Hi guys. So this video is going to be actually about Prime Day, which is coming on June 23rd to June 26th of 2026. This year's Prime Day is actually going to be a lot different because Amazon is giving you 4 days of actually exclusive sales where huge amounts of traffic will be coming in. And there's a huge amount of shoppers which will actually be searching on Amazon to buy more and more products. So, there needs to be a strategy in place because it's 11th of June right now. There needs to be a strategy in place right now to ensure that you're making the most out of Prime Day. So, number one thing is that Prime Day is just not a campaign. It's 4 days, so it's around like a whole week of discounting, right? And all of the brands that I know, all of the brands that we manage, we have started, preparing them from now, even before that. But now is actually the best time that you can start preparing for your Prime Day. So coming to Prime Day, there's actually two things that probably, and under my experience, you might be able to experience this as well. That days before to your prior to your Prime Day, so let's say 20th of June to 19th of June, you actually might see a decline in your sales, maybe some of it, or maybe a huge amount of traffic is coming in, especially if you run a lot of ads and you've got a good amount of ad budget. So there will be a peak in traffic, or there might be an increase in traffic, but those will not result in conversions. So probably those are a lot of window shoppers who are actually searching out for potential products that they want to buy during that Prime Day when the discounting comes in. So just ensure that you've ramped up your budgets, and we'll take a deeper dive into that as well. But just ensure that whenever traffic comes in and you might have some excessive ad spend, do not start taking impulsive decision over reducing your ad spend or excessively optimizing your campaigns just a few days prior to Prime Day. So usually it looks like this: there's a peak, then day second or day third there will be peaks, but it will be a bit below, and then therefore there's another peak, especially with the limited time deals, of course. But it's extremely important that we do not just think about that when the Prime Day comes in, I'll just set up my deals and that's pretty much it. I do not have to worry about anything else, because there's a lot of things which you need to worry about. Of course, the number one is selecting the right deal ASINs. Now Amazon, it automatically alerts that which ASINs are eligible for deals or not, purely based upon their order velocity. But when it comes to their contribution margin, when it comes to their break-even ACOS, only you guys, or only the brand owner, or only the team exactly knows whether the heavy discounting during the Prime Day, will this ASIN be profitable or not? Or is your goal to become profitable or not? Or it depends on SKU to SKU as well. Is your brand something that inspires repeat purchases? Or does your brand have a repeat purchase rates? Because if there, and you're actually calculating your lifetime value, then it makes all the sense to actually enroll those into your Prime Day sales, etc. as well. Number second thing, and it's very important, is you need to ramp up your ad budgets quite early. Now a lot of gifting brands actually, and a few gifting brands that we manage, we have seen that when we start pushing them on Prime Day related keywords, they actually perform extremely well on those keywords as well, especially when it comes to revenue. So with those huge keywords that gain extremely high amount of search volume, we're actually bidding on those keywords all year around, very little. And when these time comes in, we actually see more and more on them, especially if the product is relevant to that keyword. So it actually has a very poor CTR, but when it comes to traffic, it actually is converting a lot as well. Number third thing, you do not need to excessively test your main image or title or bullet points, especially just a week before Prime Day. So you need to fix that, okay, this is going to be your title, these going to be your set of images, this is going to be a set of creatives. You can plan that beforehand. I think now is actually a decent time to test that out as well. And all of your all of your brand story, ensure that is in place as well before you are planning to make the most out of Prime Day. So yeah, fifth or whatever number thing, and that is also extremely important as well, as is that you have to ensure that you are going to remain in stock prior to Prime Day, during the Prime Day, and after the Prime Day as well. So you need to ensure that your stock levels are pretty good. So what to do during the event? So number one thing is for the day one and day four, if you have already ramped up your ad budgets beforehand, if you've already enrolled in Amazon Prime Day deals, Amazon's going to take care of a lot of it. But what you can do is continuously monitor exactly where Amazon's spending your budget. You not need to get out of budgets, especially on the campaigns which are converting well. So you need to adjust your budgets as well, watch them by the hours. You already have got a history of converting well on top of search or on any specific type of placement, most probably top of search. You need to improve that as well. You need to do some placement modifiers on that exact placement in order to ensure that you're appearing more and more on those specific campaigns. And important thing is, of course, because there's going to be this immense amount of traffic, you need to maybe higher your bar when it comes to your tag cost or your A cost, whatever as well. Because at times people get confused that okay, my A cost is rising up. What should I do? Wait out for just 2 to 3 days. Especially it's a category where there's repeat purchase happening as well. You can always make money off the second purchase, or you can always make money on retargeting those customers as well. And extremely important stuff is defend your own shelf. Now, if you're running limited time deals, there's a huge amount of traffic coming to your listing, but you're not running any defensive targeting on your products. A lot of your competitors might be, and they will be taking huge advantages of your traffic as well. So, of course, target your competitors with ASIN targeting, but defend your own shelf as well. Now, what to do, after Prime Days? So a lot of times this happens as well, that brands are not extremely happy that a huge amount of traffic came in. I spent a lot. I did not convert as many sales as possible. So although on Amazon you do not get Shopify level data, but still decent amount of data. So you can retarget those customers in every way possible. Second thing is just excessively decline your budgets as well. So maybe prior to Prime Day you have doubled your budgets. Reduce your budgets maybe, but do not reduce them drastically. Keep them there. Bidding war ends, there might be cheaper clicks and you might be able to convert a good amount of customers there as well. Second, of course, for new customers, how you can do brand tailored promotions, you can do sponsored display retargeting. So lots of stuff where you can actually go ahead and retarget those customers as well. And extremely important thing is that Prime Day, when huge amount of traffic is actually coming in, it gives you a very good insight when it comes to your search query performance reports. You're able to identify where you're making the most amount of conversions, which keywords are giving you the most amount of sales, which competitors are actually giving you the most amount of sales. So there's actually, whenever there's huge amount of data influx, it actually gives you better optimization data as well. So keep a very keen eye on all the data that is coming in and ensure that you are tracking all of it. Now, once again, before you celebrate, you have to know that your revenue is not, a scoreboard. That if you have achieved the top amount of revenue, that's a big win. Of course, it's one of the wins, but you need to check on your break-even margins. You need to sit back and see, what your margins during that whole event day as well. And if your margins are compromised, even if they are not compromised as well, you have to ensure that there's a pretty of repeat purchase rates as well. And based on your current data, or based on if you are not running any campaign, especially to retarget those customers, there's a room where you can convert those customers at a lower discount rates and actually try to improve your margins via that as well. And of course, those new to brand customers, if you have got that as a KPI, it's going to help you a lot as well later down the line, because that also inspires sort of like customer loyalty as well, right? So yeah, here are the key takeaways. It's going to be a few weeks of work starting from today. You need to have a proper strategy in place with regards to which ASINs to push, which ASINs not to push. If I'm pushing those specific ASINs, am I in stock with them? What's my optimized with them? Is my title optimized? Are my creatives well done for that? So you need to ensure all of that beforehand stuff before you go into that Prime Day. And once you go into that Prime Day, just ensure that you are going very well in, and you're monitoring it sort of like hour by hour. Of course, your tools might be able to do that as well, but we do that. We are actually, during those Prime Days, I'm awake for most of the time and I'm trying to monitor all of my accounts, every 6 hours, every 4 hours, just to see what's coming in and how we can improve, if we can just make small and make the most out of it. And yeah, end of the day, the main goal is for your brand to grow. So ensure that whatever your brand KPIs are, you're keeping that in mind. Revenue might not be your biggest goal. So yeah, ensure whatever aligns with your brand strategy, with your go-to-market strategy, you are taking care of that and making the most out of Prime Day. So yeah, I've already created a small document. If you want this, we're going to link this into the comments as well. But yeah, thank you.